Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Glam by Sophie, and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I did a traditional bridal look. We call it the Edo bridal look. So I'm preparing our face for the makeup process, the normal procedures for your prep. You cleanse with your micellar water, you use your toner, and then you add your serum. If you're going to be using your serum, don't forget that you do not use serum on an oily skin. You use your serum, your moisturizer, your primer, with an hydrating primer or a mattifying primer. Then you use your oil and sweat block, you use your primer spray, your lip moisturizer. So after going with the foundation, I went in with the blush. You guys, this cream blush was just too much. It was just too much. Remember, I always say in videos that I don't like working with light here, but in process of shooting videos, for YouTube and my other platforms, the light has to be on, right? So I don't tend to see what I'm doing very well if the light is directly on my model's face. Like, it's distracting. So I ended up putting way too much. I did not even realize it was too much until I was blending. So I'm sorry guys, this can happen to anybody, but I'm not the type of person that will just cut off some errors just so you will not see it. So no, I left it because you're going to see at the end of the day how I was able to correct it and the blush just disappear, like it wasn't looking too much after all. So if you know you do find yourself in this situation, just keep watching this video and then you will know how to solve that. If you are a new viewer, you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment so that I will know you are engaging. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for dropping comments. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm doing the skin work. I've done the highlight. I've set the highlights with my powder, with my setting powder, and here I'm just snatching the nose, contouring the nose to make it look snatched. Then I'm setting the entire face with my powder. So this video is not really detailed in the skin process. I have other videos in my channel where you can watch detailed skin prep and skin work process. So this video is mostly about the eyeshadow, the brow, the lip, and the rest of it. So yeah, now I'm going into the eyebrow. My regular process for eyebrow. Brush off the excess products on the brow, then you tame the eyebrow using your edge control or your brow tamer. So I'm taming the brow, just make sure the hair sleep, the hair stays in place. After taming the brow, you have to make sure you set it with your setting powder or your finishing powder so that your gel or your pencil will show and the brow will stay matte all day. Yeah, so I use the setting powder and then I'm going in with my brow gel. I usually like to start drawing my brow from the left hand side. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I like it. So yeah, I'm using my very flat angled brush and my awesome brow gel to just outline the brow. You want to make sure you are following the brow shape and your brush is very close to the brow hair. Do not add to the brow, do not reduce the brow unless you feel the need to. You can always add to it when you are drawing, but you cannot reduce when you are drawing. You cannot reduce means you cannot draw on top of the hair, except in cases where the person has a very full brows and the client said, oh, don't carve my brow. Yeah, then there are techniques on how we draw the brow to make it appear a little smaller. So after outlining the left hand side, I had to do the same thing on the right side, following the exact shape of the brow. So like me, you can be cleaning your brushes in between just to make sure the brow is still flat. You don't want to have excess gel on your brush. If you have excess gel on the brush, the outline won't be neat. You can see how tiny and neat the outline of this brow is. That's because my brush is clean. So whenever I feel like I have excesses on the brush, I'll clean it off with my wipes, refill my brush, and make sure you're putting your gel at the tip of your brush. The tip of the brush, not by the side. If you put it by the side and you draw the outline, the brow is going to be wide. So after drawing the outline, I had to shade the brow, first by doing the strokes from the start line. You know, this natural strokes. You don't want your brow looking too shaded, like, you know, like it's paint. You want it looking sketchy. You want it looking all natural. So you make sure your pencil is well sharpened, and then you do your strokes, and then you fill in the brow. So because she's light skinned, I don't want the brow to be entirely too dark. I don't want it to be dark. So I use the light brown pencil and I shaded very lightly. Like, I'm not putting so much pressure while shading the eyebrow. If I put too much pressure, the brow will keep getting darker. So you have to shade lightly. For the pencil, I use color 18. Then to conceal the brow, for the precision, I use my concealer, the same one I used to highlight her face. That's what I'm using to conceal the face, just a little bit darker, because I don't want the concealer on the brow to be too white. Make sure your brush is very, very flat so you can get a precise line, so you can get a neat line. You can see I did not place my brush on the brow, just, I don't know how to explain it, but just before the brow, like before the outline, so that the brow will pop and to be neat. I don't have any plan to reduce the size from the lower outline, so I just maintain the size. So after concealing, I quickly blended it out because the concealer dries fast, so I don't want to do the other side before coming to blend it out. So when I'm working with a concealer that dries so fast that is super matte, I conceal and then I blend out before going to the other side, which I'm doing now. So yeah, I'm concealing the other side of the brow, just repeating the same process. I hardly drag. You can drag your brush if you're comfortable with that. I used to drag, but I don't drag. I just call it the placement method. I lift my brush, put it back, lift my brush, put it back. So to make just a little correction, like I felt like I cleaned off the outline at some point, so I had to go over it again with my brow gel, and you can see how I'm doing the correction from the top, not from the bottom. You want to make sure you're not doing this from the bottom, but from the top, right? So to conceal the upper part of the brow, I use the foundation that I use for her face to conceal the upper part, just to make it neat and to make sure that both of them are the same size and the same shape. So I reduce the size where I wanted to, and I did the same thing on the other side. Very little foundation is what you need. You don't have to take too much. You can see how my foundation is barely showing at the top. That is how I like it. I don't like that line to be very, very visible at the top of the brow. That is why I use the foundation, and I take very little. I don't mind refilling my brush as much as possible, but then I take very little at a time, and I also clean and flatten my brush in the process. Afterwards, you set the lower part of the brow with your finishing powder just to keep it dry. So I'm baking the face. Before I go into with the eyeshadow, I have to bake the face. The reason why I'm baking is, one, I want the under eye to be very matte. I want it to be bright, and at the same time I want it to help me hold the eyeshadow fallout, because I'm going to be working with a lot of shimmer, a lot of pigment on the eyes to make it very, very attractive, for brides. So I don't want all that to just fall all over the face and leave shine everywhere. So for the eyeshadow base, I use my benign eyeshadow base. I just put that on the eyelid and then blend it out very well before going in with my shimmer eyeshadow. The trick to get a popping eyeshadow is, first of all, you have to make sure you're using an eyeshadow that is very, very pigmented. Then you have to wet your shimmer brush. I like to use flat brushes like this for my shimmer. I don't like to use fluffy brushes. So I usually wet these brushes. When I wet them, it will catch my shimmer very well. Like, it will make my shimmer application pop and seamless. So I picked this shade to work with, along with other shades that you get to see in the video. So just make sure you keep refilling your brush so that you get that pigmentation you want from your eyeshadow. You can't just refill your brush once and use it for the entire eyes and expect it to pop as much as this is popping. So always refill your brushes in between. do your transitioning, and then you blend it out very well, making sure there is no harsh line. For the waterline, I decided to put green because that's what I wanted to put. You can decide to use a different color if you don't want green, but I use green because I have green at the outer parts of the eyelid. So after the waterline, I went in with fixing the lashes. I like to use my hands to place the lashes, but most times I also use tweezers. Just that using my hands to place it is a lot faster than working with the tweezers. I had to dust off the setting powder using a finishing powder. Do not use an empty brush when you are doing this method, so always refill your brush with your highlighting shade. You can dust off the setting powder or you dab it into the skin as I'm doing. So you can choose to press it in like this or you sweep it off, any one you prefer. So to give the eye like a lift, I had to use the setting powder to just, brighten that part of the eye so the eye would look elongated a little bit. You can use concealer to do this, but you can also use your finishing powder. In this case, I just use the brighter setting powder, and then you just let it, sit for some time before you dust it off. So I went in with my nose contour brush just to eliminate harsh line between the nose contour and the setting powder that was on the face when I baked. After doing that, I went in with the waterline. So I use my black gel. I always like to use my black gel when I'm doing the black waterline, and my very flat angled brush to to the waterline. I don't know if there are people that use the liquid eyeliner for this waterline. I don't know, but it can never be me. I do not use liquid eyeliner for the waterline because imagine when you are putting the liquid one in that place. No, it's not something I do. But I think I know that some makeup artists do it. I prefer to use gel. In cases where I don't use gel, I just use black pencil that is very pigmented. I applied the glue, and then I went ahead to dust off the setting powder that I use in giving it the illustration of a lifted eye, just to dust it off. And you can see that after dusting it off, you can see how that line is still there looking all bright and the eye looking lifted. Then I had to put the glue on the nose, the peak of the nose, the lips, the areas where I wanted in preparation for my lip stain. Before going in with your lip stain, make sure you clean off the lip moisturizer that you've put on the lips. If you're still watching up to this point, that means you're enjoying the video. If you know you've not subscribed and you're just watching my videos, please, I beg you, kindly subscribe to my channel, please, and engage in the comment section. I see very few comments all the time, and it's not something I'm happy about. I like to see your comments, so I'll know that, okay, you are eager to see my videos, so that I would have the urge to post regularly. I feel like, people are not really seeing my videos, people are not interested in what I do, so I don't post as much as I'm supposed to post. I have content, trust me. I have videos I've shot, I have content that I need to make it here, but the excitement to post is not really there. So I need you to please engage on my videos. Whenever you come across my videos, you can just go and search for my videos, watch. I have nice videos down there that you need to watch, videos that have gone viral that you would also benefit from, and you learn one or two from it. So please subscribe. Thank you. So after fixing the lower lashes, I use my setting spray, and now I'm going in with the lips. So outline the lips the normal way before filling in with the color I'd like to fill it in with. Make sure you do not use brighter shades of lip stain to outline the lips. What works for me is that I maintain, medium to dark shades. I don't use bright shade. It's just like, imagine using nude to outline the lips. It's not going to make sense. Our lips will look too full, too big, and it's not going to be fine. There's some cases where we use red, pink. That's because we want to do one color, which is red color ultra. We want to do one color, which is pink all through. But that is only for a light person. That's when it's going to make sense. So I outline the lips. I mixed two shades in this video, to give me more of a lighter brown. I don't want the brown too dark, and I don't want it too light. So after outlining the lips, following a shape of our lips, then I filled it in before blending out. So blend the lips very well. Make sure you don't have harsh line between the two shades before you set it with your eyeshadow palettes. So guys, you will not believe that I and my girls did this okuku, and we struggled with it. We really just struggled with this before we were able to achieve this. I mean, it's not all that perfect, but you wouldn't know it's a beginner that did it, or a newbie rather. So yeah, that was it for the styling. So yeah, I'm setting the lips with my eyeshadow, just to make sure the lip stays intact all day. Even if she eats, it won't break. Da. So guys, this is all for this look. Yeah, after which I sprayed with my fixing spray, my seal and lock spray, of course. So this is all for this look, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the end. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Tell me what look you'd like me to create, and I'll be in the comment section. I love you guys so much. Till next time, bye.